What is going on, guys and gals? My name is Bryson from BCNS Games, and tonight I am so excited, guys. Tonight we are playing a game that, for the most part, has been flying under the radar lately. GREEDFALL. I didn't really know this game was coming out until a couple weeks before it actually released, and when it actually released, and I watched a little bit of the trailers and a little bit of the short intro gameplays, I think this is going to be a game I am going to absolutely, positively fall in fucking love with. Reason being, it's a game where essentially it's a little bit of Assassin's Creed, a little bit of role-playing mechanics, all kind of, from my interpretation, dabbled into one. So we're going to go ahead, and this is going to be my series where I'm going to play through the game, let you guys see for yourself what the game is like, and we're going to see what exactly this game has to offer. And it's really cheap. It's only like 40 bucks, which is crazy for a good title game like this. But let's take a look at this game. I actually want to see what all it has to offer us, the cool experience that we have to play with this game. And I've got to decide if I'm going to play it with a mouse and keyboard or if I'm going to go with a controller. We'll see. Oh, shit. Cutscene!
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
I'm so happy it automatically put subtitles on it for me.
The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Hold your pose. Oh, I get to see... Okay, I gotta see what exactly this bitch is gonna look like. I'm gonna be a man or a woman. Intimidating, sexy, smooth like chin. The fair sex, deadly eyes, will seek to your demise. Alright, let's see here. Let's see what kind of presets we have to offer. If I'm gonna build this like me, then my current base needs to start with this. My face, I'm a little bit of a big guy. My hair is rather short. That's honestly me. That's not me. That sure as shit isn't me. That's not me. That's not me. That is more me. That is more me. The poofy hair. The poofy hair. Let's see what else we have here. Facial hair. I want a bit, but I don't want like. There we go. Now we're fucking with some classy looking shit. Eyebrows. Gee, just look at his eyes. Holy shit, he looks demonic when I do that. Let's see. That looks a little odd, those little cut eyebrows. Let's do... Yeah, that one's good, sure. Skin color, I'm pale as fuck. Hair color. Black. Yeah. That's more me. I'm like the brownish, blackish hair kind of guy. Now, eye color. Give me gray eyes. Like mine? Yeah, we do that. Okay, do I want to be... Pick your starting skills according to your playstyle. The skill tree is open, and you will be able to unlock the skills of other archetypes as you progress. This profile focuses on melee combat, one-handed melee weapons, firearms. It's focused on control of the battlefield tactician. Firearms, one-handed blades, science I'm not picking. This is more about divine magical ring, one-handed stasis, one-handed heavy weapons. That's a toughie. This is a toughie. I don't know which one to go with. I really don't. Either tactician or magic. Because I fucking... let's see. Heads, we go tactician. Tails, we go magic. Hey Siri, flip a coin. It's heads. It's recommended as accuracy and agility. Oh, I've only got 1 point. Physical damage this, or damage, armor damage. Okay. Start game. Yes, create this character.
Just
This game
a
looks like a lot of
few
fun.
more minutes.
It really does.
You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished.
He means my star.
Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Teleme and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name.
If I'm addressing him as master, am I the servant?
I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Visual at the top of the screen indicates important places. A great departure. Go and say goodbye to your mother. Oh, that pauses it. Okay, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, can I fuck a guard up?
Yeah.
Nope, I cannot fuck a guard up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not fucking guards anytime soon. But hello, little sweet thing. Can I? Oh, I cannot. Okay. It may not be the biggest sword in the world, but it's all about how you
Green
use
blood.
it.
Cut.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
I have no idea who made
Kurt.
this game, to be honest with you.
Need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
This is Sparta! That is cool. Dodge or parry. Parry. Let it go right time. Come on, shit stick. Technical pause will pause the aim to light and choose your next action. At your leisure, you will be able to access spells, skills, and potions. You have lost health. To assign a potion to a shortcut, use tab and space in the tactical pause menu. Okay. Potion. Lost health. What the fuck am I not doing it? Okay, I did do it. Alright, let's prove the shit stick that we can fight. Come on, shit stick! Oh, that hurt. Okay. I need you to move! You can fight. I won't lose to you, needle dick.
green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
Firearms are ideal for interrupting or destabilizing enemies. Each shot consumes ammunition. Assign the pistol to a shortcut. It's a stick that allows you to use specialized attacks that inflict bonus damage, make enemies better. The segment's meter will tell you your attacks. Press Q to activate the flurry. Come on, Needle Dick. Come on, Needle Dick. Axe is how I sheath my weapon.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Show him how happy.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilion are joining our party.
Yeah,
a
why
few
did
friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding?
Why not?
I was hoping to put his skills to the test
It's
as
an
well.
RPG fighting.
I have
guys.
no
I
idea.
love these things.
He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Meet Kurt in front of the palace.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
My mom is
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things.
Is that what I'm gonna look
I'm
like?
so very happy to hear your voice.
What is wrong with me? Somebody please explain.
You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
See, my beard kind of covers up my fucked up.
Yes, but the
infection.
idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering.
We could
One
kill
thing
you.
brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you.
Is this like a common thing, I wonder? Like the infection, or is it
What
only
is it?
like certain families?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
She sounds like a really good mom. Unconditional love. It's sad that we're gonna have to see her go. We're leaving her. We're basically leaving her to die. Alone. I think I would have spent a little bit more time with my mother. That was a quick fucking goodbye. Something. You can sprint faster using your sprint or go more slowly by walking. Meet Kurt in front of the palace. My royalty?
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it.
Nothing
All
came
the
of it.
parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Team setup. Companions on the team. Kurt. Add him to my team. His life. Kurt is melee combat master and can wear heavy armor. His life is at 900. He's at level 9. Okay. Faction, coin guard, relationship level, suspicious, friendship bonus, craftsmanship. What is he carrying in his inventory? Man, his hat. Okay. So Kurt's pretty decked out. I'm gonna add him to my team. Confirm the team fits.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
And what if I said yes?
Well, I'd be grateful, I suppose. But sadly, Greenblood, you're not quite my type. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Follow. Notify the ambassador about your departure. I don't suppose we can jump in this game at all. I can talk to this lady.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Okay. I get it. Nobody wants to talk to the fucked up prince. So I'm really interested to learn the story. Like if I'm the only one that has these markings or not. Can I give any? No. I want to see if I can give that man any kind of point. Let's go. See, it's oh.
To my help, and death to the others! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded!
Jesus, my fucking teammate carried me. What the fuck was that about? my inventory. I got an alchemist rapier. Okay, I'm going to probably love this game. Robert, I'm being honest with you. That's gonna be a lot of dodging though. I invest too much in attack. Huh, no loading screen. We go right into this. I like that.
Good day, Excellency.
I really do.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It doesn't ruin the immersion.
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
I'm a constable.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
I do
Very
like
well.
that fucking hat. It's really cool.
A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say.
Hey,
but what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
Okay.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
He was gonna ask me a lot of just lore questions, and that's cool. But for the most part, I think I'm Darth, appreciate the fucking hosting, my dude. Appreciate it tremendously. Look at the map. Let's see this. Fontaine family home. Let's see. Let's go notify the bridge ambassador. Oh, ambassador, we are planning on departing. That's the accent. Fucking, I don't know why I did it, but I'm gonna own it.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sardet, I have been
It's
told that you were
fucking
named
Aladdin.
legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency.
Their
I've
voices
come
are a
here to
little
inform
off.
you of our departure for Tiefredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would
like
be
I'm
leaving
watching
so
a bad
quickly.
anime.
What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have
Alright, good
taken
luck
so
with freedom,
well
buddy.
to your
It's fine if
new
you have to
functions
fun
of
with it.
diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
So, okay. So we have the one person who is inside the courtyard, and we have the other one who is somewhere in the city center. So let's fucking figure out where these jackwagons are and see if we can try to kill one of these bad boys. Start with this hocus pocus fake alchemist and see what he says.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Oh, the hats. I kind of like the hat.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Search the area for the charlatan.
Closer now. Good people, don't be afraid.
There he is.
Celebrate.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that.
Do they actually believe this shit?
And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Lying
Everything.
bitch.
Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2!
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now! There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him? I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Let's see what he says to me.
You're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Try it yourself.
Will you drink one of your potions to
There
prove
we
your
go.
good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
We are saying this right in front of him.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
While they're down! Hit them while they're down. Oh, take everything. Definitely take everything. Poison alchemist. A bandit hat. And salt the boots. Okay. Alchemist research. These pages are covered in small notes, almost illegible handling with fonts, yada yada. Arthur was a true alchemist and was certainly very knowledgeable. Letters from the innkeeper, the weird alchemist of the Alliance who rented a room upstairs, asked not to be yada yada. Okay. So he got his notes from a royal alchemist, but he himself not a royal alchemist. Alright, fuck boy.
Have you finally made up your mind?
What's the nasty
Are there
side
any
effects?
nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
It's placebo.
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Nope, I
Come
bought it
now.
off someone else.
You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Oh my god, I can't push through people. You.
Good
Tell me
day,
now.
tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Oh, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Let's see. If we go upstairs, it might be where this man's at. So if we go here. What do we have here? Oh, I just picked up someone's coin. Okay. Sure. I need to go upstairs. Okay, he might be up here. Hopefully that man's here. There you are, you little shit.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist.
Was?
I understand if you don't believe me after all that. But I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Ask him about Sayad's.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
Ooh, shit. Help him leave the city. Well, that's the... If he leaves the city, he will technically be done with him. And if I arrest him... He just wanted... damn it! It's only bad about RPGs with these decisions. Maybe he'll come back and help me. He'll leave.
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, We will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
So we have to help this man get the fuck out of Dodge without killing him. Let's see what we could do. I'm thinking, how would I do it? If I kill him? No, I don't want to kill him. But he is... Damn it. That's something bad about tough games like this is... You have to really think about your decisions. Make your friends. Choose your friends, choose your enemies. You kind of have to go with it. If you kind of fuck around and go half-seas back and forth, you're going to end up hurting yourself. You kind of have to... When you go all in, you gotta fucking go all in. You can't really half-ass it. So, let's see. See, at the same time, I'm kind of fucking around with my webcam to try to see if I can get this green screen working the right way. I want to be in the game, but I don't want to be that fucking blurry. That's a good combination. That's a good balance. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's a good balance right there. That's good. You can still see my ugly mug. Okay, so let's see. Let's help him somehow get the hell out of here. And keep restoring. There's gotta be a way we can sneak this man out of here. Maybe if we go downstairs.
The servant's door. The lock's double bolted.
The key to the tavern. Locked.
Let's go and find the alchemist. We need to get him out of here as fast as we can.
Okay, let's go grab this man. BC, I'm still trying to figure out how to show my alerts and stuff, box and stuff like that. If you have OBS, do stream labels, and honestly, you should YouTube videos of your friend, my dude. They will show you the fucking world.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
Yes. I need to get you out of here. I have unlocked the service entrance. You will be able to sneak out of there discreetly.
Without being skinned alive by the mob?
You need to remain prudent. I will escort you to your cart.
I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't run into any unhappy patients.
So I need to stay close to my charge. Alright, let's get this man the fuck out of Dodge, shall we, boys? Okay, we can
Back to the
climb that.
customers. And we have no choice but to go this way?
To my help! And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Fuck you, I got See, I should have better armor. There we go. We had a bit of a mulligan, but we're back. Okay. Take everything off this man. Let's see. How do we want to play this? Come on, come on. Call it a bit of a mulligan. Let's get this shit show a-rolling. We have to escort the charlatan. We gotta go up here. Right.
More in the customs. I should have stayed in the tavern. I was safe.
Where are these angry customers at?
Holy Lady, you see, help me, protect me. I've never learned to fight.
To my help! And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Who did he piss off, dude? He pissed off like everybody in the city. Come on, let's get your ass out of here before you fuck something else up.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
My cart, finally. I owe you my life. How can I ever thank you?
Money,
Just
money,
do us the
money!
favor of never coming back.
Money!
And stop this
No, get
deceitful
the money,
commerce.
get the money.
Have no worries about that. I'm not going to forget this lesson anytime soon.
Move along now. Get out of here while there's still time.
Would you accept this as a token of my gratitude? Farewell, my lord.
Okay, give me 80 coins. Well, I can fast travel. That's cool.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help,
Technically, I
Excellency,
didn't
and
lie,
allow me
I
to
just
offer
didn't
you
tell the
this
entire
modest
truth.
gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
See, there's some other things to do. Present myself to the captain. Let's see what this is over here. Negotiating with the vendor. This city's falling on
The
some real
merchant
hard
is
times.
there.
Move the fuck on, buddy.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this
Yeah,
merchandise.
what the fuck's
That's
up,
right.
buddy?
He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a
I
scam.
love RPGs.
You're demanding a second payment, but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Intuition or charisma. Offer a bribe and threaten a prison sentence. Offer a
I'm certain we can come to an unofficial arrangement. You are clearly the apprentice of a demanding master who expects you to follow orders without raising a brow. Life in your shoes can't be easy. Perhaps we could help you take the weight off your feet.
And what would I have to do in exchange? If I give you the merchandise, my master will still demand the price you're supposed to pay me.
Not if you were robbed. By pure chance. I mean, it could happen to anyone. What if the guards leave a little extra bonus in your pocket as you look away? And while you're making yourself busy elsewhere, some of my men break in and collect their merchandise. You'll just have to make a devastated, the dastardly boldness of them face in front of your master, and we're done.
And the bonus will be how much?
Well, you won't be retiring with it.
Oh. All right. Done.
Got
I'm
him.
with you. As soon as I've received my bonus, my eyes will grow weary-like.
Not just yet. You'll get your bonus afterwards. The guard has already been taken once by your promises.
Well, you can't hold it against me for trying. Very well. Call for your men to come.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us. To my help! And death to the others!
Come on and fight, you bunch of cowards!
Shoot me, you piece of shit! You guys got another thing coming! audacity of those bastards! Let's go to the Coast Guard and see what we can do. That way. Use a workbench. Craftsman allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Oh, you don't say. For now, I think I'm fine. So let's get back to here and complete this mission. I'm loving this game so far.
Find all you need in our selection.
Shut the hell up.
Sir de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain,
My lady.
you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Dude, I love this. There's so many ways you can tackle these challenges. Do it illegally, do it legally, save the merchant, kill the merchant.
Are your boats all
You can do
through?
any way. Let's see. Let's find a way to move the cargo. The whole warehouse.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd be best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
About the cabin boy, when did you see him last?
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all.
His name is
It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning.
Buddy. Doing it for
My
you,
men
Nancy.
have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Ask for about Constantine's absence.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look
The whole
around.
mission just
There are
before we
far
leave.
too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Theleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd.
Oh, he knows more than
and they
he
were
says.
making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Norns. No one else may enter.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
A favor.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some
If
way
it's
we
for
can
the
get these
army,
crates on
why
board?
not?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tirfredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
So let's go investigate. Clear outlets. Let's investigate the Notch disappearance.
The hiding place of this smuggler is filthy. But perhaps...
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
The cabin boy asked when's the last time. Asked about his
What
habits.
does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Okay, so we This is the other friend right over here.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that
We're
right?
gonna find that boy.
Talking about Jonas? You
We're
bet
not
your
gonna let him
stars
go
I know
get
him.
taken away
But
by
like
thugs
I've been
and get
crying to
diddled.
the 9 death winds. He didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof, gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't
I love
his usual
RPGs.
self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No
I
idea.
wonder if there's a way for me to fail this when I can't find the cabin.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
And lift the veil we shall. Ain't nobody going to fucking Wonderland with Michael Jackson and getting diddled. That's all I really need to say about it. I love the fact there's no load screens. Free money, I'll take it. Fuck out of the way.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
This.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients.
I see.
Where might I find...
Here? Anything else?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Oh, fuck, Constantine.
That's not a small sum. I need to...
Oh, the father has forgotten to give his son his allowance?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
For the time being, and for time constraints, I'm not gonna bother with
Well then, will you able...
No, I haven't.
In that case...
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Who are you?
Is
I don't
everybody in the city
recognize
blighted?
you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong-arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Confront the kidnappers, so save this boy's life. I'm coming, little boy. I'm gonna save this man's life. No low screen.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
I'm already in the house.
Might I help you, sir?
I need to be going. Farewell.
That's a lot of champagne glasses. Let's see, who was the lady of the house? A small-ass fucking house.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your
has
husband.
Beautiful green eyes.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
Okay.
These
calm down,
witnesses are
lady.
all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
How did they find him?
How did you find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking for him. We learned the new name they gave him, Jonas. My poor little Celestine. Then we learned the name of the ship he sailed on. No sooner had it docked in Serene than my husband had the crew watched closely, and we found him.
Where might I
Why
find
would
your
you
son
run
now?
away? That son
I
must be
cannot
with some high
say,
fucking
Excellency.
expectations.
You must understand why. Until the Naughts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Naughts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Did not contracts. Oh, shit, what's this? I'm finding this boy before I do anything else. Before I go save my good-for-nothing cousin Constantine. But first...
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Oh, you won't sell me any. You won't sell me any much as well. Alright. Free shit.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
Sea-gifted?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nort?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Yeah, don't worry about the drunkard.
We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible.
Oh, shit,
Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
Sorry, I can't go this way. Can't go that way either. But I can get this free loot. That is kind of fucked up, though. You'd make money by selling your unborn son. Imagine that. That means whenever your wife gets pregnant, you know that you're gonna lose your son as soon as he's born.
Hello, sir.
Alright, let's see what this woman says. I will find this child, damn it, but I will take note to attend observance. Oh.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
So, it's either I don't want to separate the boy from his parents, but at the same time, I don't want to piss off the Knots. Well, I think I'm gonna let have the boy choose. I mean, it's better for him to be with a family he knows than... Better the family he knows than the parents he never did. parents that sold him. But then again, they also regret it. I'm gonna play this right here.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Not upstairs. Perhaps downstairs?
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
So we're not gonna have to fight. That's good. Oh, he said son. That's a grown-ass man.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
There we go. Happy ending. He gets to go to his family and his mom gets to see her goodbye. Story level 1, science and alchemical preparations. Oh, can I ride it? Oh, damn it, I really wanted to ride that. Okay. Inform the captain. So there we go. We got the cabin boy. So we got the cabin boy back, but now what we really need to do is we need to go find our cousin. Our cousin Constantine should be this way. Hopefully he didn't fucking get himself into too much trouble. Out of the way! I'm about to start carving up people.
any idea who I am? Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
I'm gonna try to sneak around rather than having to fucking pay my cousin's police. Enemy detection. When the player is in stealth mode near enemies, a detection mode will indicate a pair. If the presence is detected, will fill up and perceive damage. The indicator has two states: suspicious and yellow.
This man is going to bring the guard out. If he keeps shouting like that, we should have gotten rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
To my help! And death to the others!
Things are about to get dicey!
I tried. God knows I tried. Oh, Constantine. Oh, you piece of shit. Where are you? You've been causing problems, and you're a piece of shit, but you're still my cousin. You did Constantine himself. Alright, let's legit my drunken cousin.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress! Constantine, it's me! My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Companion equipment. Select Constantine from the inventory screen with the left and right. Equip Constantine with his outfit. Old embroiled doula.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Me and him are wearing the exact same fucking suit. Kurt, what weapon are you using there, cousin? It's an old or rusty rapier. Let's give you a black short sword. And dear cousin, we must have you look the part. Okay, there we go. Tell the captain that we're ready to depart. Well, with that catastrophe now fucking settled, we can finally leave. Let's see, what other matter was there? Tamper with the ship's logs. Search the smuggler's belongings. That I am happy to do. Let's see if we can find some free loot. Two new clients. I think if I get them on the ship, and especially if we'll be able to be cautious. Let's go check these smugglers out. I want to make sure I can clear the city of any inconveniences before I leave. As my duty as a nobleman. This zone is under the control of another faction than yours. Certain places are forbidden for you. The costume torso of the faction will allow you to trick the guards. You can also try stealth approach. If the guards spot you, you result in violent response. So, let's see. Order. Okay, looks like I've got to go this way anyways.
If you wore a Naught uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have the right stuff. I don't wear a cape or anything. That's good. Let's see. Go and see the where. Realistically, you could not be able to see that in real life using fucking exploiting game mechanics. What the bloody hell? There Sneaky beak.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene,
They look
thinking
like
we would be
Puritans, to be
safe.
honest.
But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Ask about their research.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Possibly to make an
Did you
agreement?
try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have
This
no
is
other choice
difficult
but to
indeed.
run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
I'm gonna go convince this ambassador. Let me put on my nice clothes. Here we go. I don't want to have to deal with these guys. Find obsidian. Cool. Build me another cool. When I get back, I've got to also try to sneak my way and get the manifest fixed up and make myself be able to smuggle that stuff. People just leaving money around like it ain't fucking nobody's business.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthäus, the founder of the mythical Teleme. And it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
Or in the exact
We
same
are
code.
willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
That was
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty
That's two
adapting
people
to a
I've
new
saved.
country.
Instead of
If
killing.
you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Inform the theme ambassador. I gotta go let this man know that those guys have been taken care of.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
You're gonna burn them, you jackass.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
You were gonna burn them, you jackass. I do not regret that decision whatsoever. Oh, noble ladies, hello.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Let's see. Prepare the drink laced with sleeping pills. This will be cool. This will be the first time we built the crafting system, so it's gonna be cool to watch the sailors works. Weapons, consumables. This is gonna be a bit difficult. I just took a picture of this fucking thing so I can remember the fucking names of it. Okay, but I need science is what it looks like. I gotta have. Find science level 1. My character. Let's see what I can do. 1 blade attributes, strength, endurance. Let's see how many points I have. I don't have any points at all. I don't have anything. Total point spend, next point. Talent. What about this? Yeah, I don't have anything. I can't even do it if I wanted to. Let's see. Dive magic ring. Allows the use of dive magic rings. Shuttle missile. Allows the use of a pistol. Have that. Firearms deal more damage. Let's see. I'd like to be able to do that. Firearms do more damage or the magic ring. I'll save that point for now. I don't want to waste it. Let's go sneak into this warehouse, shall we? It's honestly like an Assassin's Creed, like RPG style game. With a little bit like the fighting style is a lot like Dark Souls. You have a lot of dodge, a lot of fucking dodge.
To my help! And death to the others!
Shit. Being attacked.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs. Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Warehouse guards. Sailor's gloves, sailor's boots, and sailor boots. And a used fleet hat. There we go. I should look like a fucking a fucking sailor now. Howdy, partners.
Hello.
What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Okay, so we added to the manifest and then we cleared out the warehouse. Go now.
Well now, can we get going?
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Point guard.
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Freddy. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Yes, the knots like me.
Be back soon, Captain.
I don't think I have anything left to do in the city, so I think we are ready to...
Sir?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with...
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tir Freddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
It's a nice looking ship, though. It's a nice looking ship.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, piss-distilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Holy shit.
Come now. Let's lend them a hand.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Yeah, that ship ain't going nowhere.
Cut! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Fuck that. I am fucking using this thing so I can't shoot no one. didn't hit the health potion in time. Oh, please tell me this auto-saved. Please tell me this auto-saved. See. Let's try this again. One guy has a turban and cowboy hat.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
We ain't containing that bitch.
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
did you not hit that trap? You lying piece of shit. Come on. That's how we fucking do it. Finish it up with that old Cramer. No way a real person would ever be able to kill this thing.
Greenblood,
Christ.
how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious. I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Epic. The recipe creates version. The memory crystal allows you to reassign all skill points you've been talents that you have spent to use it and don't want to use it now. Okay, that wasn't my boat. Good. Good, good, good. If that was my boat, you're gonna be a little pissed.
Gentlemen, cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He is a demanding father.
More likely, he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Woohoo! And we're set sail. Hell yeah!
Stations
Ship
lads! We're
combat,
anchored and
please.
ready hot to wear. Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind!
New Serenity. Some special pieces of equipment award bonus talent bonuses. This is useful if you want to use a talent without spending a point, or improve upon an existing talent. Huh. Good to know. Stole sometimes appears over an enemy, which means that their level is much higher than yours. In this case, it's usually best to avoid confrontation. Oh, we didn't sell Solo Nova. We fucking sold the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. That screenshot.
What a charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry these doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along, don't trouble the Nauts. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
No, not in the slightest.
I'm taking
And you must be
screenshots, I
Lady
love this.
Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are! To your health. Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service, for a while.
Oh, I got a new companion.
Desarde, can I do anything for you?
You seem to be mad at me for some reason. Do you still resent the fact that I called your ship a boat?
No, it has nothing to do with that. Nobility makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry if I was rude.
I can't blame you. Most nobles are tiresome.
I can romance
I
these
hope
guys,
that I've
but I'm
managed
really
to change
not
this
going
poor
that way.
first impression of me.
You have? I was wrong about you. You are different. I should have realized that sooner. I hope you can forgive my manners. It was foolish of me. Did you want anything else?
How did you become a Nord?
As you may have guessed, I am sea-given. I was given to the Norts when I was a little child, for a reason I ignore. I think I was originally from the congregation, but I have no memory of my family. I took my first steps on the deck of a ship. That's all I can remember. Did you want anything else?
No. I must leave you.
Oh, and we're ready. We do have some skill points we can use. Let's look. An instantaneous placing of traps. I do like the magic ring though. I want to be able to see if I can do that. And remaining points. I like to be able to place fast traps. This game is one of those games where it's going to be hard to put it down. If it's going to be this like Skyrim, where I probably should call it quits, but man, it's just so addictive. I want to play more and more of it. But this is a good stopping point for it is, guys. So I'm going to cut it off for our first part, looking at GREEDFALL. For the most part, I absolutely am adoring this game. A lot of decisions with RPG elements and a lot of really good combat systems. I'm really falling in love with here. That's right, my boys are ready to back me up. Alright, with that, guys, I hope you guys had enjoyed the first part of GREEDFALL. Look forward to more of it. Whether you're catching it in the little episodes or you're catching it all at once with the live streams. Until then, guys, make sure you have an incredible rest of your night tonight. An amazing tomorrow. Appreciate all of those who did stop by. Thank you, guys. Streaming is fun for me, but if I wanted to ever be of something, we're going to put a little bit more time into it. So we're going to do that and see what comes back. Hope you have an amazing night, guys, and a fantastic fucking tomorrow. And as always, stay crispy, my dudes. Stay fucking crispy. See you guys.